We are requesting public assistance in identifying a logo printed on packaging material observed during an open-source review and subsequent tip connected to the ongoing search for 16-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, missing since February 25, 2024, from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Below is a detailed description picture of the logo based on available information, carefully avoiding assumptions to ensure accuracy and prevent misleading the public. This is not classified as a lead. It is also not considered evidence. This is just a routine follow-up, which is one of many that we are currently processing. From Mr. Seth Rogers, father of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I recently received an image in the ongoing search for my son, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. In this image, there is a visible bag, and on that bag is a logo. I need help in identifying this logo. Even though it may seem small in detail, it could be a possible thread of hope that may lead me closer to finding my heart. I am asking for the public to assist me in the goal of bringing my son home. With your insight, no matter how small it may seem, identifying this logo could be the key that we need. Please, take a moment to look, to share, and to assist me. Thank you. I know the world can be confusing and this request may seem small, but everybody doing their part can bring Sebastian home. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. Hashtag Sebastian Strong, hashtag Sebastian's Army, hashtag Keep the Faith. And if the person responsible for my son's disappearance is reading this, we're not giving up hope, but you still have a chance. You still have the power to let a child return home, to choose mercy, to choose humanity, to allow my grace to return to me. Seth R. Rogers, father of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, 16. Here's what we need. The brand or establishment that's using the logo, or at least a possible match. The packaging or product type they're selling. Where they're located, city, state, region, or country. Please don't make this into a lead. We are just conducting a follow-up on the information. Logo description. The logo is printed on a light blue rectangular label attached to a brown paper carrier bag. Why this matters? This logo may be associated to any establishment, organization, or facility in the United States, Mexico, Canada, including US territories or other countries. Call to action. If you recognize this logo, please help us identify it by contacting At Night and Dog the Bounty Hunter via text or call 844-922-3236 or email Sebastian@manhunts1. How can I report leads related to Sebastian Rogers? Please call 911 if you spot Sebastian immediately. Sumner County Sheriff's Office, 615-451-3838 Lead Agency. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, 1-800-TBI-FIND. Email, tips@tbi.tn.gov. FBI tip line, tips.fbi.gov. Alternatively, Dog the Bounty Hunter and At Night hotline, 844-922-3236. Call or text, or email Sebastian@manhunts1. Sebastian's details. Age, 16. Height, 5 feet 5 inches, may have changed. Weight, 110 pounds, may have changed. Eyes, brown or hazel. Hair, blonde or brown, may be altered. Warning medical note. Diagnosed with high-functioning autism. Last seen, February 25, 2024, Hendersonville, Tennessee. We can't stress this enough. This is not a lead. This is not evidence. It is just a routine follow-up, one of many being processed. Remember the goal, bringing Sebastian home. Together, we can make a difference in this child's life. Hashtag Bring Sebastian Home, hashtag Sebastian Rogers.
OneWorld is the parent company of At Night Private Intelligence, specializing in investigative services and corporate intelligence. Our mission is to protect and serve the public interest, championing transparency, accountability, and justice at every turn. At Night Private Intelligence is dedicated to uncovering the truth, safeguarding the vulnerable, and relentlessly pursuing justice for the silent majority, forgotten voices, and ignored stories. Our expertise spans digital forensics, legal strategy, and high-level investigations, ensuring that the world's most critical cases receive the attention and integrity they deserve.
The monetary reward, as conditionally proffered by At Night Private Intelligence Agency, hereinafter At Night, a wholly autonomous operational division of At Night Media LLC, itself a subsidiary entity wholly owned by OneWorld Corp., shall be disbursed exclusively in the event that information tendered to At Night, in a manner deemed satisfactory by At Night's sole discretion, demonstrably and unequivocally results in the precise geolocation of the missing teenage male individual, as identified. in official documentation issued by At Night on or before March 14, 2025, and such information directly precipitates both 1. The lawful apprehension of one or more persons verifiably responsible for the disappearance of said individual, as determined by a duly constituted judicial authority within a jurisdiction recognized by the United States federal government, and 2. The successful prosecution and final sentencing of said persons, with all appeals exhausted and no pending motions for retrial, pardon, or clemency remaining unresolved as of the date of reward adjudication, which adjudication shall occur no sooner than 36 months following the date of sentencing absent extraordinary circumstances as determined exclusively by At Night's Board of Directors. In the event that the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, or any other governmental entity concurrently or subsequently establishes a reward pertaining to the same aforementioned individual, At Night reserves the unilateral right, at its absolute discretion, to coordinate with said federal authorities to ensure alignment of reward recipient designation, provided that At Night's independent evaluation confirms that the recipient satisfies all criteria herein delineated. Notwithstanding the foregoing, At Night retains the irrevocable prerogative to disburse its stipulated reward of $50,000, $50,000, payable in a single lump sum by a certified instrument, independently of any federal action, if and only if the qualifying information is submitted directly to At Night through proprietary channels designated by At Night in writing no less than 90 days prior to submission, and such information is adjudged by At Night, in its sole and unreviewable judgment, to meet the evidentiary threshold of beyond a reasonable doubt, as interpreted by At Night's corporate counsel, irrespective of any determination by external law enforcement or judicial bodies. Eligibility for the reward shall be further contingent upon the claimant executing a binding affidavit, notarized by a licensed notary public unaffiliated with At Night, attesting that the information provided was obtained through lawful means, has not been previously disclosed to any third party, including but not limited to media outlets, private investigators, or governmental agencies, prior to submission to At Night, and remains untainted by any material omission or misrepresentation, as determined through forensic analysis conducted by an independent third-party contractor selected by At Night at the claimant's expense. Should any portion of the information be found duplicative of data independently obtained by At Night or its affiliates prior to submission, or should the claimant fail to provide biometric verification of identity, including but not limited to fingerprint and retinal scan, within 72 hours of At Night's request, the claim shall be rendered null and void without recourse. This reward offer, extended solely by At Night Private Intelligence Agency, a private entity incorporated under the laws of the state of Delaware, is explicitly and categorically unaffiliated with the FBI, any municipal, state, or federal law enforcement agency, or any non-profit organization. The offer's enforceability across all 50 states of the United States is subject to the claimant's compliance with all applicable local, state, and federal statutes, as well as the terms herein, and is administered exclusively through At Night's designated corporate counsel, whose interpretation of these terms shall be final and binding in perpetuity. At Night reserves the right to amend, suspend, or terminate this offer at any time without prior notice, and no claim shall be recognized unless ratified in writing by At Night's chief executive officer within 90 days of the satisfaction of all aforementioned conditions. Payment shall not be issued prior to the claimant's provision of a tax identification number and execution of a liability waiver releasing At Night Media LLC, and One World Corp from any and all claims arising from this offer in perpetuity.